I finally made it out of Texas and over into Louisiana. Um, Getting out of Woodville was nice. There was a lot of trees, and it was quite pretty. Um, Oddly enough, I was thinking how despite my cassette issues and the noise it makes in certain gears, things were going pretty well without any problems. And then later that maybe about an hour or two later, I had a spoke pop on my rear wheel. I have extra spokes, and that part's not a big deal. But it was one, it didn't pop in the usual way where it usually uh, the part that hooks onto the hub snaps off, and you know it actually broke in the middle. Well, not exactly in the middle, but it broke in between where it screws in and the part that hooks onto the hub. So there's two pieces still attached to the bike. One, I didn't want to lose the spoke nipple into the wheel, because then that would suck having that noise go round and round and round. But also I couldn't get the other piece out because it's you know next to the cassette, which makes it difficult to pull out. And also I don't think I can get another spoke in there with the cassette on. So I'll have to take it to a bike shop. I trued it up as best I can in the field, but I think it got a little more wibbly as the day went on. So I'm going to try and make a makeshift truing stand, probably with some like coffee stirrers or something like that. But I think the other thing I figured out is, not sure if it was a less humid day because the sun was out, and not wasn't really a lot of cloud cover today. Um, so it may have been less humid than it was before, but I kind of feel like I've got a somewhat of a method for dealing with the humidity. Before I was wearing like a bandana beanie type thing, to catch sweat, and also cover the back of my neck from the sun. But with the humidity being the way it is, you're just covered in wet the whole time. So I also stopped wearing my riding gloves, because they just heat up your hands, and they just stay wet the whole time, and it was just unpleasant. I also, usually wear a base layer, a little singlet, to wick away, water and stuff like that. But out here, you just need that stuff to evaporate as best as you can and not keep like a layer, um, insulating you. So I also took off my sleeves that I usually wear for sun protection, because I think it's just trapping moisture and keeping you really really hot. So we'll see how that goes. Have to, as you can see, I'm crusted in salt. Which means either I was doing a good, it wasn't as humid as it has been, or I was doing taking everything off was a much better method of um, cooling my, staying cooled down. So um, it feels good to finally be out of Texas. It feels like I'm finally making some progress again. Uh, because California and Arizona and New Mexico went pretty quick. So I've got another 2 days here. One day one maybe 2 days in Mississippi, depends on if I want to stay there or not. Um, and then Alabama, one day in Alabama, and then 4 days in Florida, and then I'm done. So, um, yeah, not a bad day today.